What's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I am here to do the first reveal of one of the sections of our house, which is the dining area. So come, let's have a look. Pretty white like most of the houses in Toronto, and I wanted to add a little bit of color along with a little bit of pattern, and hence I decided to paint it. Now most of the houses that you rent, you kind of have to get permission from the landlord in terms of whether they are okay with you painting or decorating. Thankfully ours was pretty cool with the idea, and hence we went ahead with the process. Stripes has been my go-to pattern for many things, primarily because it goes well with any color. Even if you have a very eclectic taste, you like bold colors, bright colors, it goes well with that as well. Even if you have a very neutral preference to thing, it kind of does amazing to even a neutral palette. And hence I wanted to make sure that the dining area and the wall, which is kind of at the converging point of the house along with the rest of the sections of the house, kind of blends in the pattern and doesn't stand out compared to the rest of the house, which is going to be left white. Now, although we had taken the call to actually go ahead and paint this section of the dining area, there were a few challenges that were yet to be figured out. One, we had never painted anything in our lives before, leave alone an entire section or an entire wall in the house. Two, although the pattern was very clear in my mind, I wasn't sure if it would actually work out. Like, what if the paint seeps in? What if we are not able to do a job as what we had imagined it to be? Three, since it was striped, I think the most difficult challenge was getting the actual straight lines. Like, imagine drawing freehand even on a piece of paper. I'm sure nobody can get those lines right. Now, my difficulty and challenge was that I had to make it work on a wall where I didn't even have the liberty to kind of, make sure of how these lines would turn out. So let me give you a tour of the section. The dining table is from IKEA. I think it works great in small spaces, although I kind of feel that we could use a bigger dining table, but a lot of you who would have seen my last video know that I had it from the previous house. I really like it, which is why I didn't want to get rid of it. So the table is from IKEA. The chairs are also what we had in the previous house. The chairs are from Wayfair. They are more like the industrial style sort of chairs. Like, you get them in a ton of colors. Like, you get them in whites, you get them in blues, reds, yellows, all sorts of it. I've really developed a liking for pink, which is why I wanted to kind of go for a shade of like plum pinkish shade, which is why we got these. The plant is from IKEA as well. I really suck in kind of making sure that I can, make a real plant live, like to an extent that I can even kill a cactus, if you say so. So which is why, as much as I like greens and I like greenery around in the house, I think artificial plants work wonders if you aren't unable to kind of take care of them, if you are not so kind of aware in terms of how to change the soil or do the gardening. I really suck at that area, and hence we decided to go ahead with an artificial plant. So this one's from IKEA too. In terms of the bar cart, I've been waiting really long to own a bar cart. I think it's just the feeling of owning a bar cart. It just gives you some happiness that you have a dedicated place to kind of keep your drinks. If you're calling your friends, kind of entertaining them, it just gives you like a one-stop shop sort of thing for all your drinks, your glassware and stuff like that, as well as it adds beauty to the house. So this one is not per se a bar cart from IKEA. This is just like a rolling cart. If you search on the IKEA's website, it comes in, I think, a couple of colors, which is white, black, and possibly one another shade. Can't seem to remember. But I wanted to kind of jazz the cart up a bit just to give it a feel of like a bar cart, which is why the edges and the bars that you see in the cart is kind of golden. I actually spray painted them, taking inspiration from like YouTube. I hope you guys liked the video. If there are any questions or queries, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.